All right, so if you have one of the newer HRRs or HRX Honda push mowers, they are great mowers, super reliable, they run nice, but they have a really annoying problem. If you haven't discovered this yet, they tend to not have a lot of vacuum under the deck. So this really shows up when you have grass that might be a little thinner under shady areas, maybe after you watered your grass a whole bunch and the grass is a little more limp, or you're mowing really high. It tends to not have enough vacuum underneath to suck up the grass that your tire rolls over. So what happens? You mow your lawn, it looks great, and a couple hours later, that grass that got rolled over, that laid flat, never got cut, so that stands back up, and you get a little section with a section of high grass that's a couple inches taller. Super annoying, it looks terrible. The solution from Honda is to mow in a counterclockwise rotation as you mow. That way the left side of the mower cuts over that section, which does work because the mower blade's spinning that way. It will knock that grass off. It's the other side where the grass is lying like this and the mower blade comes by like this, it doesn't cut it. But I want to mow stripes, I don't want to mow in a circle, so there are some other solutions. The two easiest ones are, first off, to mow lower. So this is an ideal, especially if you have a tall fescue, turf type fescue, something like that. It likes to be cut higher, but if you do lower your deck, it does tend to eliminate this a fair bit. The other easy solution is to raise the RPMs on your mower. So this will vary a little bit depending on the model, but I'll show you here on mine. You have this sort of auto throttle that's going to adjust the throttle as you're going through thicker grass or that sort of thing. And on mine, you will see this lever here has two different holes. When it comes out of the box, it's connected to the first hole. This is a 2400 RPM hole, which is a lower RPM. If you change the spring to the second hole, it's going to raise the RPMs to 2800, which is really nice. It's a big improvement, and it's also perfectly safe for your mower. These are rated to run as long as they're under 3200. You could technically raise it a little bit more, but 2800 helps a lot. And if you don't have that same style throttle like mine, you will find a spring like that somewhere, and you can always actually shorten the spring by bending it around a little bit, or what you're doing is putting more tension on that spring. So if you shorten the hook and bend it a little tighter, it's going to pull that throttle a little harder, and that's going to raise the RPM. So what happens when that blade's spinning faster? It's going to create more vacuum, help suck that grass up and cut it off nice. It will also cut the grass cleaner. So if you're noticing, even with sharp blades, you're not getting a really clean cut on your grass, raising that RPM will help. I think they set it like that out of the factory just to make them quieter, because they run really quiet like that, but it's lower than ideal. Everybody should probably raise it up. You're gonna get a much cleaner cut, and your Honda's still gonna run forever. These motors here are practically indestructible. So I did both these things. I lowered my deck a little bit and I raised the RPMs, and the problem went away like 75%. There's still a few areas where it was doing it, which is still super annoying. I'm literally considered getting rid of this mower, but there is one more option, the Maxpower high lift blade. So these things are rated to lift more suction. They still chop nice. It's a really great blade. So you can find these. I'll put the link down below if you want to order one for yourself. I'm going to get this installed here, and we're going to mow the whole grass with the high RPMs with the mower deck set a little lower. Let's get this grass mowed and try it out. All right, so I got the yard mowed here, and I will say it wasn't perfect, but with that mower blade, it's definitely an improvement over the OEM mulching blade. So if you're looking to eliminate that high strip of grass, raising the RPMs, lowering your cut height, and upgrading to the Maxpower mower blade will get rid of 90 to 95% of that. So I'm happy with it. There's a few spots here or there, not enough to even worry about. I would say the problem is solved. That Maxpower blade did the trick.